Hello, beer troopers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Cups. Today, joined by
Henrik, the General of Gizet.
Yes, and we're getting on the Christmas beers a bit earlier this year, prior to the Grand Christmas calendar. Well, that's the reason why, because we're doing the Grand Christmas calendar. Some of the Xmas beers that we're going to be trying on the channel will be before Christmas, because during the festive season we have the Christmas calendar, which I know a lot of you guys love. But this one has, I don't know if it's gone viral, but it's gotten a lot of talk. And I thought it was a must to try. So it popped up locally. It was super cheap. It was 20 crowns on sale for a bottle, and I grabbed one. So it's from Thisted Bryghus, and it is their Overgæret Juleporter Limfjordsporter. So Christmas Limfjordsporter. Limfjordsporter is probably the most famous beer, and they've really been milking that this year, which is totally fine. I understand why. So they've done a Limfjords Ale, which was a brown ale, and then they've done Limfjords IPA, which was a black IPA, and then they also already have, of course, Limfjordsporter. They have the Limfjordsporter with extra licorice. They have they've been looking at for a while actually. They have the Limfjordsporter with cheap whiskey poured into it,
Barrel-aged.
and they've done barrel aged versions, which are super exclusive. And then they've done they've done one more. The Mikkeler one, they call that Brewery Limfjordsporter. I actually have a bottle of that left from the original bottling to try and revisit at one point. But I love Thisted Bryghus. It's a local brewery. They have a special place in my heart, just like Hancock. They make very old school beers, but like Thisted has their porter, which is amazing, and Hancock has their Høgerbejer, which is equally amazing. Very different beers.
Yeah.
But it's breweries I still enjoy. I don't drink them all the time at all anymore, but it's one of those gateway breweries for me that helped me get into beer.
It's what we all have been starting out drinking, basically.
Yeah, it's what you kind of grow up on here.
Yeah.
So this tweak here on the Limfjordsporter is much stronger as well. It's 9.2%, and it's conditioned on port wine and vanilla beans. So they add port wine and vanilla beans to this. It also says that it has cassonade sugar and oat malt, and they use 6 different types of malt in it to create a unique and deep flavored porter. And then for a Christmas sensation, they added port wine and vanilla. So I actually thought they would add like festive spices.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like there is.
No. Well, vanilla, and I think it's like port wine is because people usually drink that after risalamande, like after the dessert on Christmas here. But the people I know that tried it actually liked it a lot. Like they were not blown away, but they thought it was good. So I'm positive about this.
And 20 crowns for this.
Yeah, but it was also on sale. I think the regular price is like 35.
Okay,
but for a half a liter bottle, it's really cheap.
For half a liter, 9.5 on an ABV, and if it's just reasonably good as the normal Limfjordsporter is, then it's a good deal.
Yeah. Well, let's check it out. So pour is a pitch. I mean, this compared to the pastry stouts we did.
This is much thicker.
This is thicker, richer, and whatnot. And this is from it's not massive, but a larger regional brewery.
Yeah.
But it looks much richer, much darker, much more dense. So it's a top fermented porter, and I'm guessing Imperial porter because we're in the 9% strength territory. Whereas the classic Limfjordsporter is a Baltic porter because it's made with lager yeast. But this is with ale yeast.
7.9 ABV.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Very nice tan head. Let's check out the aroma on the Juleporter. Quite oaty, I think.
Yeah.
Oatmeal. There's a little bit of roasted barley. I'm not getting much vanilla, but I'm sensing a bit of like port wine. Yeah. Like a slight tartness or something.
Some tart and sweetness. Yeah.
But the big thing for me is oats, milky oats. It almost smells like an oatmeal stout or something like that. It's roasty. It's charry. Burnt maltiness.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely
smell a little bit of vanilla there.
It has some Limfjordsporter vibes.
Yeah, because it has that hard roasted malt profile, like bitter roasty profile. I got a little bit of vanilla on a whiff there, but it's very faint and
it's not so. It's not in your face kind of aroma.
No, I'm also getting a bit of coffee. It smells like it has Limfjordsporter DNA, but it's not the same thing.
No.
It almost smells.
You would get a lot more roastiness with the Limfjordsporter.
Yeah, the smoke and the licorice.
Yeah.
But it's it smells like numerous Danish breweries and breweries in Scandinavia, well, at least in Danish-speaking regions, even on the Faroe Islands, there are brewers that have done interpretations of that beer.
Yeah, of
because
course.
Peter Clemmensen made a masterpiece, over that. So it's almost smells like someone trying to do something like Limfjordsporter, but it's from the same brewery. So.
Yeah.
Well, let's try it. See how it is. Cheers. It's much more full-bodied than any of those pastry stouts.
Yeah,
it's really velvety and silky, actually. It's got a great mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Heavy roasted.
Heavy roasted, yeah. And a good sweet, not like...
No, it's not, but there's a little bit of sweet. It's
there
almost
is
like
a good sweetness to it. Yeah.
It's almost like a lighter, or like a sweeter, more full-bodied Limfjordsporter without smoke.
Yeah.
This is actually for a beer for 20 crowns.
That's a very good deal.
That's a crazy deal for something like this. It's so rich and full-bodied. Like, it drinks like a 12% beer or 10%.
Very good.
It's actually really nice. But it's really old money. It's heavy roasted malt, heavy charred malt. It's really dry. It's quite bitter. It's ashy. That's a lot of the Limfjordsporter DNA. But then there's a layer of silky, oaty sweetness.
Yeah.
And then I sense the port wine, I guess, because there is a slight vinous tartness to it. Like, it has, like, it's not really sour, but there's something that's slightly tart or vinous or something like that. But it's super soft. Like, it's very light. The vanilla, I saw, like, once in a while pinpoint something, like a sip was like, it's that vanilla, but then maybe it's just the oats. I'm not sure.
I feel there is some vanilla and even, like, a bit of chocolate, to be honest.
There is a bit of chocolate flavor, but it's super light.
Yeah, but there is some.
Like, if I got this blind, I don't think I would think that it was a Christmassy beer.
No, but that's not a problem for this beer right now.
No.
I mean, no, it's not Christmassy.
No.
So, but it's
like, but I think like it's up to your interpretation. Like Christmas beer nowadays,
typically be a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, festive spices or whatever. But like nowadays, it's also up to interpretation. So many Christmas beers are just whatever beers with a Christmas label. Like the idea of making a Christmas IPA is just trying to sell a beer during the festive season, really.
Yeah. But it is
surprisingly good.
I would actually say that this is more balanced than the typical Limfjordsporter.
I think it's a bit more balanced for sure with sweetness and roast and everything. I agree with that. But the uniqueness of the smoke and licorice in perfect balance, it does not have. And I definitely like that more. But I 10 times like this more than the extra licorice version, for example. I think that's a bit too much.
Yes.
But I'm really impressed that this beer packs so much flavor and is so dirt cheap.
Yeah.
And it's a supermarket beer. That's one of the things that they nail with Thisted Limfjordsporter is like these porters and whatever. But I mean, this just shows that,
I'm very
they
surprised.
can play around a little bit. Yeah, I'm quite surprised as well. I've seen people like it, but I think it's really good. It's really, really good. I really, a lot of craft brewers can't nail mouthfeels like this.
No.
This is so soft and velvety. Like, it's so creamy and fluffy.
I'm going to say something controversial. I actually like this better than the normal Limfjordsporter.
What? I don't. But I love the normal Limfjordsporter. Man,
I love it too, but I just love that there is a bit more sweetness to balance out the
heavy roasted
malts. And to be honest, the licorice, I'm actually not so big of a fan in the I like it still, but I actually like that there isn't so much licorice as well.
Yeah,
I actually like this more. Which is.
Some people would probably say blasphemy.
Yeah, that's a bit blasphemous, but
look at the lacing too. For a fucking supermarket beer, this is great.
I think they should make this all year round. Call it something different and just make this all year round. I would not
Port
mind.
porter.
Port porter.
Port porter. I think, I'd love for it to have a little bit more vanilla and a little bit more of a port wine flavor.
Yeah.
But everything is quite well balanced still, so you can't really fault it too much. I think I'm gonna go like around a 90 to 92, something like that. It's quite nice. Maybe a 91. Limfjordsporter for me on a good day and a really great pint is almost bordering a 95. It's like one of the best Baltic porters around. I love it. I love it to death. It's one of those beers that I think a lot of Danish old money beer geeks love hard, and a lot of people, also enjoy it. You can't fault the quality of that beer, but I personally feel that this falls short. It's not a bad beer in any way, shape, or form. I just prefer the original. But for what it is, it's really good, and that price for a beer of this quality, awesome.
Yeah. So I'm maybe a little bit of the opposite. So I would probably on a good day give a Limfjordsporter 92, and this I would give 94, 95. So, but that's just preference.
If you've never tried just the regular Limfjordsporter, you should. You just, of course, also try the variations, but yeah, really fun, good. I think this is miles ahead of the pastry beers we had earlier. Miles.
Yes, yeah.
Like, you have to love old school flavors, but for an old school kind of beer, it's got like the fullness and the body and like all the heavy roasty flavors that you want. I'm really surprised how good this is for a beer for that price. Yeah. This makes me want to try both the Limfjords Ale and the Limfjords IPA. Even though I'm not sure I like, at least I'm not sure about the brown ale. If I'd like it as much.
No, probably, but I think actually the IPA is very decent as well.
Yeah. But yeah, this is really good. Yeah, as I said, like around a 90 to 92 or something like that. It's awesome. It's fantastic beer. It's crazy well priced. Get it for Christmas if you love Limfjordsporter. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I think they should rename it and sell it all year round.
Portporter. There you go. No charge. But if you guys had a chance to try the top fermented version of Limfjordsporter, their Jule porter, let us know what you thought of it. This was quite damn tasty, and what a surprise. So if you guys had this one, let us know what you thought of it. As always, comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, and Twitter, and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. So we're going to say cheers.
Yeah.
And see you guys in another beer review.